Hi Aries, Star-Lord is here with another astrological moment. As a matter of fact, if you look on my playlist, I have a series of videos, astrological moments, and there's one in particular where I describe the whole final descent um, aspect of Jupiter's movement through the signs. Now, the reason I'm doing this special video for you, Aries, I do it for all the signs, sort of exiting the final descent, which is what you guys are doing now. In 2022, Jupiter it left Pisces and went into Aries for a brief stint in May and will be exiting in October. So right now, Aries, it's you have the benefit of Jupiter with you. It will leave in October, late October on the 28th, and will return to Aries December 20th. During that time, we are looking at it moving like in between. It'll just move back into Pisces where it's been. Now, to explain the whole final descent to you guys, if you haven't already seen the videos on the final descent, is when we're entering those last I would say 3 years of a 12-year cycle. The last time Jupiter was in Aries was 12 years ago. And then you guys were on a brand new path leading up to the last couple of years, the last 3 years. This is the third year where it enters the ninth or the 10th, 11th, and 12th house. Right now in Jupiter in Pisces, well, not at the moment, but Jupiter in Pisces this year for half the year has been ruling your 12th house, which is your house of spirituality. It's a house of cleansing. This is like, okay, let me get back to the last 3 years, your final descent. When it entered into your 10th house, which was your house of career, and then the 11th house, which was last year, was your house of the closest people around you, friends, family, and then finally the 12th year, which is this year, the Pisces year, which is the one that governs spirituality and so forth, and a cleansing year. It's sort of like the 12th house for me feels like it's the final cleansing of everything that was from the last cycle that can't be brought into the new cycle. So right now, Aries, you have a little bit of a reprieve because we're getting a little bit of a preview of what next year will be when Jupiter is in Aries. It will bring you great benefits. It will bring a new lease on life because it'll be in your first house. So the reason I do these videos for the signs that are going through the 12th house, basically the last year of the final descent, the reason I coined it the final descent, is because it's like in the first year when Jupiter moves into your sign, it's like you're ascending on an airplane and then you're coasting, and then the last 3 years you are descending down. And this is about a clearing out process. It's nothing, although we can take the final descent very, very personal, and it can feel extremely painful and excruciating because it's a releasing of all the stuff that can't be brought into the new cycle. So when we move forward into a brand new cycle, which is what you, my dear Aries, are going to be doing as of the December 20th, Jupiter will be now moving into your sign, starting this whole brand new cycle. It's in your first house, and you get to create whatever your life path is going to be, and you're going to start building from year 1 to year 2 to year 3 when Jupiter's in your first house, your second house, your third house. These are building years. So what happens, I feel like, in the 12th house, which is where you're at right now, is this is the clearing out process. Anything that doesn't work or doesn't belong in your new cycle needs to be purged, needs to be expunged. So like I said, when it first happens for you guys, it was 3 years ago when it affected your career. your house of career, it probably caused a lot of upsets and a lot of changes, ups and downs. Maybe in the beginning of 3 years ago, it was you were on a path that you thought was going to lead somewhere with your career. For some of you, it kind of did, but it could have been a rocky road. For others of you, that year was all about coming to terms with ending something that no longer belongs in your future. Last year was about letting go of relationships or things that no longer serve you. You could have seen when it was in your 11th house, people come and go. Maybe new people entered your sphere, other people left. They could have completely left your life. Maybe they moved away, maybe they passed on, maybe you had a falling out, what have you, but those people were no longer there. New people sort of came in, maybe you're just getting used to now, that are meant to be there perhaps for your new cycle that is approaching. The good news is, Aries, right now Jupiter is in Aries, and although you may feel like you can't trust it, this is how a lot of people feel coming out of their final descent, that I can't trust this new energy because I've trusted it before, last year or the year before, and it all fell apart. Well, guess what? It's not. This is your building blocks. When Jupiter is in your sign this time, for this period of time over the summer, this is a time to take advantage of perhaps starting a new career or starting something brand new and fresh, and trust that it will, although it may be a little bit slow in obtaining the big, to do that you're looking for, it's building blocks, because that's what happens when Jupiter is in first house. It creates the building blocks. Say, for example, with myself, when Jupiter was in, when I was in the situation you guys were in, it was the 12th house, but yet at a certain point, Jupiter went into my sign. It was my first house. That's when I started this channel. And although it didn't take off like rockets right away, it was the building blocks for what would become my career as the years went on. So this is the point I'm trying to make to you guys. Now, it's so important. People just want to give up at the tail end of the final descent, and it's a tough go. I feel for any of you who went through great losses or great difficulties through this time. I'm just making these videos to let you know that there is a new lease on life, that you don't have to feel hopeless anymore. I know how difficult these final descents can be. Like I said, my heart goes out to you. It's not an easy time. Only the strong survive this rough period. But you guys have made it. And just know that. Go forward. Go confidently forward into your life, and try and leave the whatever didn't work in your life, that left your life, just leave it in the past, let it go, make your peace with it, and move forward. Because Aries, you are the very first sign of the zodiac. You know how to start again, to start fresh, and to start with new beginnings, and that's where you're at right now. So hold on. It might be a little bit weird when we go in the fall back into Pisces for a little bit, but it's only for a short stint, and then Jupiter will be moving full head on into Aries, and this will be a fresh start. I always suggest that people pick their path now, because sometimes it can be difficult if you don't make the right choices in the early part of this new path. You could get stuck in careers or situations or relationships that may not really be the best thing for you, but you could end up sort of getting trapped in it. Choose wisely when you're going forward. And another thing, do not get hung up on holding on to past energy. Whatever didn't work for you, let it go. There's no point in holding on to anger or upset or trying to, get even with any. There's no point. This is something that was destined to happen. It was meant to happen, and the strong survive this. If you're watching this video, you are amongst the strong who have survived it. So I say go forward and prosper and be the awesome first sign of the zodiac. passionate, wild and crazy Aries that you can be. Let the past go and move towards your goals and focus only on that. And I wish you the best of luck. I have nothing but great faith in you guys. You guys are the pioneers. You're out there. You're going to be, moving and shaking and moving in the right direction. No more stagnation for Aries. You're going to be moving forward fast and furious the way you like it. So trust me on this. It's coming to an end, you guys. So I wish you nothing but love, life, happiness, and liberty. Well, what does this say on my t-shirt? Life, happiness, and liberty. I wish you the best, Aries. Hang in there, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below this video, because people need to share their experience, what they've been through, and what they feel the future holds right now. So I'd love to hear from you, Aries. And for anyone with Aries, sometimes these kinds of things can also affect Aries rising. So if you're Aries rising, or you have a loved one who is an Aries and you're watching this video and you're seeing what they've been going through, definitely pipe in. We want to hear from all of you. So much love. Mwah. Namaste. Take care. Star Lordess signing off. Bye-bye for now.